These give us the ultimate freedom, the power to choose, to respond, and to change. Good evening to one and all present here. Children's Academy has been the epitome of excellence in the field of education for more than 6 decades. And it is our proud privilege to stand before you on yet another pinnacle achieved in the field of innovation and digital literacy. We are happy to organize the launch of the Lab of Future through this mega event. We would like to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished dignitaries, staff of Children's Academy, directors of Lab of Future, respected parents and dear students who have graced this occasion. We are assured that your presence will make this event very special, and we are grateful to have each of you here today amongst us. Lab of Future is a space, science and technology lab for students of the age group 7 to 18 years. It is maneuvered by tutors certified by the Indian Space Research Organization. The Lab of Future is one-of-a-kind lab that aims to generate incredible opportunities for students to learn and to excel in programs like rocket design and launch, satellite design and launch, space and astronomy, drone design, air modeling, robotics, 3D printing, Internet of Things, and many more skills, inspired by the vision and contribution of Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, Dr. Homi Bhabha, and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Azad. The team of Lab of Future is determined to contribute to the space sector of India and the world. The lab aims to offer students exposure to programs, events, and competitions at ISRO, NASA, and other renowned space agencies from around the world. In India, this will be the very first lab with a world-class, state-of-the-art infrastructure, and it opened its doors for students by exposing them to rockets, satellites, drones, RC planes, 3D printers, new age robotics, telescopes, virtual reality experiences, spacewalk experiences, DIY makerspace station, augmented reality, laser works, and many more. This will indeed be a new feat in STEM education. Moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to have amongst us distinguished dignitaries on the dais, and we would like to introduce them to the august gathering. I request Mentor Arpit Dugar and Director Saurabh Kaushal to felicitate the dignitaries. We feel blessed. We feel blessed to have the chief guest, Dr. T.P. Sasikumar, famous space scientist from ISRO with us. Dr. T.P. Sasikumar is a space scientist. He has led ADRIP, Advanced Data Processing Research Institute, Department of Space, Secunderabad, Space Application Center, Department of Space, Ahmedabad, Program Planning and Project Management Directorate, ISRO Headquarters, Bangalore. He is former Deputy Director, Directorate General of Security, Cabinet Secretariat, New Delhi. Proceeding forward, let me introduce our guests of honor. Mrs. Arya Chitra, Head of Nikon Middle East Region. Arya Chitra is the head and founder of Nikon's kids photography in the Middle East. She believes that photography not just boosts creativity and observation, but also strengthens focus and patience among young enthusiasts. She is bringing astrophotography and filmmaking courses to the lab. Mr. Henry Skupnevics, co-head Godrej Design Labs. Henry Skupnevics is a graduate from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, USA. He is co-head of Godrej Design Lab and head of fabrication futures at Godrej and Boyce Manufacturing. He is a coach, a cheesemonger, a research assistant, and a speaker. Mr. Saurabh Kaushal, Director of Innovation, Electronics Engineer, ISRO Certified Tutor, Space Explorer, IMK Fellow, Kairos Fellow, TEDx Speaker, Rajiv Circle Entrepreneur Fellow, USA and National Record Holder, Karamveer Chakra Award. He is the co-founder of Zobium Research and Technology, Space Development Nexus, Smart Circuits Innovation and SARS Technology Innovation Private Limited. Mr. Raghav Sharma, Director of Technology, Electronics and Communication Engineer from Kurukshetra University and co-founder of Smart Circuits Innovation Private Limited and Director of Technology at SARS Technology Private Limited. He is a certified ISRO space tutor, asteroid hunter and a prodigy at RC Planes, Drones Design and Piloting. Mr. Arpit Dugar, mentor at Lab of Future, electronics engineer, graduate from IIM Kolkata, author, serial entrepreneur, and proud co-worker with Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Azad, travel enthusiast and an innovative businessman. Dr. Dipanjali Gardner, the principal of Children's Academy. She has done her PhD in microbiology. She needs no introduction. The name stands for itself. Aligned with an NGO, she has been striving relentlessly to ease the agony of men and animals alike. She has the reins of Children's Academy, Jaipur, in her hands in capacity of its principal. A true Samaritan by nature, Dr. Gardner has been contributing towards social welfare to the best of her ability since years. We all are extremely delighted to witness your presence here. Let us have a big round of applause for our guests.
Good evening, one and all present here. We are happy to have amongst us our director, Mohit Singh sir and Nitin Singh sir. A round hand of applause for them.
It is a mark of our undying tradition to invoke the blessings of the Almighty at the beginning of any program. And I would like to invite all our dignitaries to come forward for the lighting of the lamp ceremony. Thank you, sirs and ma'am. I now request my fellow colleague to take over for further proceedings.
A very warm evening to everyone. Good evening. Am I audible at the back? Sure? Can't hear? I can't hear? Loudly? Alright, that's great. First of all, it's indeed an honor and a pleasure to see this August gathering here. On a Saturday late evening, it's usually difficult to get people around. So many young faces, people traveling across the globe. Especially I'll be talking this about our guests who have been traveling on and off, and I'll add a little bit more light on top of it as I proceed. But first, no event can be taken forward without help of everyone. The core team which is working behind this project would have never been able to make or take even the first step without the help and support of everyone. So let me first thank everyone who has been involved, and I'm pretty sure I may not be able to take all the names who have been there, but I'll try to give reverence to at least few who have been in and around 24/7. First, many thanks to Dr. T.P. Sasikumar. I think I and sir got connected during the Corona times, and I got an opportunity to interview sir. And from that moment, I think I got inspired to stay in touch with sir and try to do something real creative. घर में जैसे बड़े होते हैं, बड़ों का आशीर्वाद होता है, उसी तरीके से सर का आशीर्वाद, his blessings has always been with us. And whatever initiatives we have taken, I have discussed with him. Without a second thought, he has been there. Big round of applause for Sasikumar sir for making it. एक छोटा सा इंसिडेंट आज का वाक्य है, मैं सर के बारे में बताऊं. जिन ड्राइवर ने सर को पिक किया आज, he was telling me, sir, are you sure? यही सर हैं. He's too simple. वो खुद का बैग खुद लेके जा रहे थे, बहुत लाइट बैग था. मैं ट्राई कर रहा था सर से ले लूं, because he was a little bit afraid कि मैं उनको शायद perhaps I'll say, why didn't you take the bag and do the service properly? So I think this is something which we learn from you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Sir landed after a month's travel to Hyderabad last evening and is here with us today in the morning. So that is one thing which I would like to mention. Henry, one of our very, my close fellows in the recent times, which we have been interacting a lot. I got a chance to meet Henry in Mumbai in April itself, wherein we discussed a couple of ideas on design thinking. Achha, before I move forward, if I make it a little bilingual, will it be okay, or shall I keep it in English? We can have a common. Yeah? Bilingual is okay? Okay, so sometimes I just try to be bilingual. Okay. So Henry co-heads the design lab, Godrej Design Labs, and is in Mumbai. He's a passionate, perhaps I would say an engineer who has done a lot of creative stuff and has been quite humble in not accepting it, which I realized when we entered the lab. Many thanks to Henry for joining us, for joining you all. It's an effort by all of us for the upcoming generation of the country. I extend a warm welcome to Saurabh. I think I'll not be able to do justice in words by telling about the achievements the young fellow has. Saurabh is a TEDx speaker. He's a ISRO certified space tutor. He's an INC fellow. He's fellow at Royal Society US. He has won many awards and achievements. I'm saying all of this without reading a paper, so you can perhaps assume how much I have studied each one of them. Saurabh is a keen innovator and is the director of innovation at Lab of Future. Many technologies, many toys have been developed by Saurabh, have been appreciated across the country. We are joined by Raghav. Raghav is Director of Technology. You will see him less in words and more in tech. Raghav is our drone pilot. He is our RC plane pilot. He is the man who innovates and brings in technology for students to understand. Right? So अभी तक जितनी भी technologies हम लोग देखते हैं, बात करते हैं स्पेस साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी में, ये लगती है बहुत बड़ी, या तो उनको इसरो या नासा या जाक्सा या यूरोपियन स्पेस एजेंसीज ये लोग कर रहे हैं. हमारे बच्चे उन चीज़ों को कैसे करें? क्या हमारे बच्चे रॉकेट्स बना सकते हैं? क्या हमारे बच्चे सैटेलाइट्स लॉन्च कर सकते हैं? क्या हम लोग ड्रोन डिजाइनिंग कर सकते हैं? क्या हम लोग स्पेस प्रोग्राम्स के बारे में अपने आप को, अपनी स्किल्स डेवलप कर सकते हैं? इज समथिंग व्हिच दिस टीम इज ट्राइंग टू ब्रिंग इट फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. Big round of applause for Raghav to be here. A big thanks to Director of Children's Academy School, Mr. Mohit, Mr. Nitin. I would rather call him as Nitin Bhaiya. I have been seeing him when I was perhaps 6-7 years old. And two very high-spirited people who have supported us from then to now, and one of those pioneers with the help of whom we will be able to take this project further in this city. Jaipur is going to be the first city in the country to be having a laboratory like this, and with the help of school institutions, established legacy school institutions, we will be able to create a big dent in the education system. So thank you so much, Nitin Bhaiya and Mohit, for joining us. Both of them had some schedule. Somehow last evening, I had to pull them from their busy schedule. Thank you so much for it. It means a lot. I'm greatly thankful to Mrs. Payal, who's the administrator in the school, who was able to organize everything for us here. Dr. Dipanjali, principal of Children's Academy School. Mrs. Anamika, vice principal of the school, who have been there in and out to make this happen. But on top of this, and this is for all the guests also to know, is the strength, the energy of our lovely students, for which we are doing it. It is for you, it is going to be by you in future, everything that we are doing here. Big round of applause for all the students who have joined here, and a big round of applause for the parents who have made this possible. Last but not the least, this could have never been possible without the utility and support staff who have been on toes from last 72 hours. I think most of us are sleep deprived because we have been working for you to make this a success. All the carpenters, the painters, the electricians, people who are serving right now to us, I'm deeply thankful to them. They have been amazing throughout. Big round of applause for everyone. Last but not the least, family plays a very important role. I would like to extend a deep thank. सबसे ज़्यादा धन्यवाद मैं कहूँगा, जो नहीं कहना चाहिए, family members तो होते ही उसके लिए, but I would like to give a big round of applause to my father, S.K. Dugar. This lab would have not been possible without him being here. I am thankful to my sister Apeksha, who could design and create our imagination into reality for the interiors of the laboratory. So she is not here due to some reason, but yeah, I would like to mention her name. One of the most solid pillars, कभी-कभी सबको लगता है कि शायद बोलना पड़ता है, but I think I would say this, my wife Avantika, she has been there to design, to ideate, and to expand this whole vision out there. आज आप लोग सब यहाँ इसलिए हैं because of some groundwork happening behind. Big round of applause for her, and I'm happy she's keeping me right now. Perhaps I'll get some social media mileage. Thank you. My elder brother and bhabhi have been inviting guests to be here, which is an amazing. So the whole family comes together. And since students are here, one more thank I would like to extend is my niece Anshika. She's a graphic designer. I don't know where she is right now. Oh, okay. Students, guests, when you will be visiting the lab, you will see a lot of graphic design work. You will see some amazing social media work created. The credit goes to her. In fact, the logo of the lab has been designed by her. And lastly, moving to Ashok Sharma ji, who has been with us throughout ever, our mentor, our guide, and everything that we do with media and press. Sir is always there to support us. Ashok ji, sir, thank you so much for joining. On that note, I would end my Thanksgiving ceremony, and I'll just give you a quick introduction about the laboratory now. How many of us are actually excited? आप लोग यहाँ आने से पहले किनको ये लग रहा था कि पता नहीं क्या है, देख के आते हैं? Raise your hands quickly. How many of you were forced to come here? Parents ने बोला, principal ने बोला, घर वालों ने बोला. Raise your hands, honestly. That's great. So a big round of applause for all of us to start this show. I mark the opening of this show. Lab of Future is a space science technology center जिसको हमने छोटे बच्चों के लिए क्रिएट किया है, right from age group 7 to age group 18. students will be exposed to technologies like making rockets, launching them, designing satellites, launching them, designing drones, using them in many applications, doing aero modeling, utilizing them across the different fields, doing extensive robotics, which are used in space science and otherwise, doing 3D printing. तो कोई भी प्रोटोटाइप बनाना है, किसी भी आइडिया को क्रिएट करना है, so converting reality, imagination into reality is something that we'll be doing inside the lab. We have a complete maker space unit, ताकि लैब में हम खाली हाथ घुसे और एक फाइनल प्रोडक्ट लेके बाहर आए. That's the whole idea of the Lab of Future. Lab of Future has proudly partnered with many esteemed institutions across the globe, including ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. And with that, we will be moving forward for bringing out different courses for different set of students. So on that note, I would now hand over the mic to the MC of the session. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone. Welcome to the session.
Thank you, sir. It is my pleasure to invite Mr. Saurabh Kaushal, Director Innovation, to share his thoughts with us.
A very good evening to everyone. A very good evening to everyone. Great. So first of all, thank you very much to Dr. T.P. Kumar sir to being the chief guest for the day. Henry, thank you. So I met with the Henry 2015 in US, and after that in 2023 again we meet today here in the launch event of Lab of Future. So apart from that, thank you very much to the director of Children Academy for your support, principal, vice principal, as well as the students and the parents, those who are here today. So thank you very much. So I'll start, when few years back, I met with Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam ji in Delhi. And he mentioned when we met, we interacted, we discussed a lot of things related to space science and technology because, I have done a lot of work in the field of space tech as a passionate, I'm very much passionate about space science and technology. I'm an electronics and communication engineer, but because of my passion, I have done a lot of work in the field of space tech. So when I interacted with Dr. Kalamji in Delhi, so he mentioned one line that knowledge makes you great. It means your knowledge, your innovation, your technology, your creativity, these are the things which will make you great. Because we are living in 21st century, the century of technologies. We have a lot of technologies. We have artificial intelligence, biotech, nanotech, IoT, etc. So if you will do some creative work, if you come up with some innovative work, only then the people will start recognize you. So that's why the knowledge is very, very much important. The innovation is very much important. And I think being a student, you are in the perfect age group when you will start working on something new, something innovative. This is the perfect age, right? So, I mean, the Lab of Future will give you that opportunity because here in the Lab of Future, our vision is to come up with the solution of the problem faced by the society these days. We have a lot of problems, right? So here in this Lab of Future, your imagination will be converted into the reality. We have an expert here. We provide you the guidance, we provide you the mentorship because today the major problem is that we want to do something. हम कुछ बनाना तो चाहते हैं, but we don't have a proper mentorship. We don't have a proper guidance. और ये सब चीजें मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ because when I have started my research in the field of space tech, at that time I was just passed out 12th grade. I was around 17 or 18 years old. So I have started the space research without any guidance. I am from a very small town, it's near to Chandigarh, where there was lack of resources. और मैं उस टाइम पर चाहता था कि मुझे ऐसी कुछ maker space, makers lab, ऐसी resources मिले so that I will do something different in the field of space and technology. I was also, you know, inspired by Dr. Kalpana Chawla जी. वो मेरे जो मेरा होम टाउन है उससे बहुत ही पास में उनका घर है डॉक्टर कल्पना चावला जी का. I was inspired from Dr. Kalam, but because of the lack of resources, lack of mentorship and the guidance, तो हमें कहीं ना कहीं रुकावट आ जाती है इनोवेशन करने में. हमारे पास आइडियाज होते हैं, सपने होते हैं कि हमें वो कुछ बनाना है, राइट, बट वो फुलफिल नहीं हो पाते बिकॉज ऑफ द लैक ऑफ रिसोर्सेज. सो आई मीन द लैब ऑफ future, we give you the wings, we provide you all the resources. If you have any idea in your mind, come down to our lab and you can, you know, convert your idea into the reality. We have all the technologies here, we have all the technical experts here. If you want to do something in the field of space science and technology, you will come and start making rockets here. If you want to design the satellites, we have the experts who will help you in designing the satellites. And as we have collaborated with the ISRO as a space tutor, so the ISRO will also support us. And the potential of this lab is that with the help of this lab, even you can make the satellite and we can launch the satellite with the help of our ISRO facilities. So that is the potential of this particular lab. So in this lab, I mean, we offer a lot of different programs that is related to 3D designing, rocketry, satellite designing, because we want the next Kalpana Chawla or the next Dr. Kalam, you know, will come out from this lab. बनना चाहता है ऐसा कुछ? कितने लोग बनना चाहते हैं डॉक्टर कलाम की तरह? सभी नहीं बनना चाहते? Okay, great. So, I mean, this is the potential of this lab of future. So we have all the facilities available here because we will also work on the SDG goals, that is the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. There's a different goals we have. I mean, whether it is related to EdTech, poverty, hungry and all, because we want to give the solutions of the problem. I mean, our universe is facing a lot of, millions of problems, so we have to come up with the solutions of those problems with the help of, you know, the tools or with the help of technology available in this lab. And I am really happy to share with you all that in the next 6 to 8 months, that's our goal or our vision is that the students will develop the satellite from this lab and they will launch the satellite into the orbit. That's our the next 6 to 8 months vision with this particular lab of future. So, how many of you want to be in this journey? कितने लोग चाहते हैं कि हम कुछ अलग करें लाइफ के अंदर? Great. So, I mean, we are here with you, but in return we also need your support because I believe in this 21st century youngsters can change the equation. You can change the equation. You have that potential. You can do anything, right? If the students in Europe or US they can do, our students in India can also do a lot of things. Because I remember a few years back in 2019, our students, even the 5, 6 or 7 year students, they have developed the high altitude balloon experiment and they have launched the satellite. 6th class की बच्चों ने satellite बनाया and they have launched the satellite. Do you also want to do this type of a thing? चाहते हो ऐसा कुछ करना? लग नहीं रहा आवाज से? Yes or no? Okay. So, I mean at last I just want to say, किसी भी देश की डेवलपमेंट सिर्फ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर खड़ा करने से नहीं होती. I mean, this is my personal thinking. अगर किसी देश को डेवलप होना है, so और एडवांस होना है, तो वहाँ पे टेक्नोलॉजी एडवांसमेंट बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. Because still, I mean, we are dependent on other countries. We are still dependent on China for electronics. We are still dependent on technologies for other countries. Why don't we develop our own technologies in India? बनानी चाहिए नहीं बनानी चाहिए? Yes, sir. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Right? So, with this vision, we have started this lab of future along with our mentor Arpit, Dugar sir, Raghav, who is our technical expert, and I'm sure in future also DrTPS Shashi Kumar sir will support you in this initiative. Henry will also, I mean, is full of knowledge in design and thinking because इस लैब का सिर्फ ऑब्जेक्टिव ये नहीं है कि हम आए लैब के अंदर एंड वी स्टार्ट वर्किंग द प्रोजेक्ट, बट हियर वी आल्सो प्रोवाइड यू द एनवायरनमेंट ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. We want to provide you the environment of startup culture, right? If you have the ideas, if you plan and you convert your imagination into technology, to the entrepreneurship, to the startups, that is the potential of this lab of future. So, at last, again, thank you very much to our chief guest, Dr. DrTPS Kumar sir, Henry, as well as the director of Children's Academy, and principal and the vice principal. And I'm sure in this journey, that is the first spaces lab in Jaipur, you all will support us, because we want the world will see the potential of Jaipur students, right? And on a global stage. And with this note, again, thank you very much. And at the end, I just want to say, I mean, do something different in your life, right? Do something for the development of society, humanity, and nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Moving ahead, I request Mr. Raghav Sharma, Director Technology, to take over and address us. A virtual reality presentation will follow his address.
Because then it will take too long here. So professor will make a visit to lab also.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, let me thank you for all coming here today for the inauguration of Lab of Future. And when we heard about the term technology, so you know technology plays a very important role in our daily life. Yes or no? डेली टेक्नोलॉजी आपको चेंजेस होते नजर आ रही है. जस्ट इन ट्रांजिशन फेज. फॉर एग्जांपल, टेलीग्राम सुना है किसी? टेलीग्राम का आउटलेट किसने किया? ईमेल्स. अब ईमेल्स का आउटलेट कौन कर रहा है? व्हाट्सएप. सो स्टिल यू नो डेली वी आर गेटिंग न्यू टेक्नोलॉजीज इन आवर डेली लाइफ. इवन यू नो you are using satellite communication daily, DTH connections. Have you noticed that one dish antenna is pointing towards the sky? It means we are using a satellite communication in our daily life also. So there are so many technologies in the lab of future. If I talk about growing a simple LED to making a satellite, and it is very fortunate for you that this kind of a lab you are having in Jaipur. You know, हमारे टाइम में हमें भी बहुत मन होता था कि like we want to make something, but we are living in a small town. Material available नहीं होता था, mentors नहीं available होते थे, but we want कि कुछ बनाया जाए. Like after studies, we started making like rocket बनाना है. So we gather the knowledge from the Google. For me, Google is my teacher. So getting the knowledge from the Google कि rocket कैसे बना जाए. Then we heard model rockets. Okay. Then we designed the nose cone. Then designed the body. Then designed the fins. Made the rocket motor. Then go for launching. 2-3 kilometers दूर हमारे local जगह से. There's a place, empty place. So we just go fire a rocket. It doesn't work. Failed. Because you know, when we are doing experiments, when we are doing activities, failure will always there, which will teach you कि आपको आगे क्या ये चीजें नहीं करनी है. Then second time again we will go. Again the rocket doesn't work. Third time, fourth time, fifth time. Like 6, 7, 8 times we will know that this is the problem we are getting. Then after few tries, we made a rocket and it flew very, good. Then we know like this is the thing which we were doing like ये गलती थी and we have just removed that error. And now we want कि this kind of a thing student can also make. But when we talk about the space technology and the rocket science, सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत क्या आती है? Like if you're talking about the rocket science ही नाम अपने आप में बहुत बड़ा है, right? कभी-कभी हम कहते हैं ना कि this is not rocket science, ये easy task नहीं है. Now teaching a rocket science thing to students और उनके level तक लाकर so that उनको एक higher terms easily understood हो जाए. Fine. So in this lab of future, you will get a chance to make rockets. आप उसमें rockets launch कर सकते हैं. You can design your rockets, like how to make a rocket, how to assemble them, how to fit a motor on it, how the rocket motor works, then how you can launch it, making of igniters, making of fuse. So there's so many things in the rocket science, and their big telescopes are also there. अच्छा, किस किस को हॉबी है रात को स्काई देखने की, नाइट टाइम में? सबको है? किसने टेलीस्कोप यूज किया आज तक? वेरी गुड, ओके। कौन कौन यूज करना चाहता है? ओके, यू नो नाइट टाइम में इफ यू गो टू द टेरेस एंड सी द स्काई, काफी स्टार्स नजर आते हैं, प्लैनेट्स भी होते हैं, बट अब पता कैसे चलेगा वो प्लैनेट है स्टार? आप सोचते होंगे कि ब्राइट है ये स्टार ही होगा, बट यू नो सेल फोन, अब आपको कुछ जरूरत नहीं है, यू कैन डाउनलोड ऐप स्काई मैप। अर्लियर टाइम में अगर हमारे पेरेंट्स को इंटरेस्ट होगा ना, वो चार्ट्स लेके बैठे रहते थे, अच्छा ये कॉन्स्टलेशन यहाँ, इसके राइट में जाओ, इतना पॉइंट्स मूव करो, देन ये कॉन्स्टलेशन है, देन उसके बाद नीचे आओ, ये कॉन्स्टलेशन है। बट नाउ यू हैव द टेक्नोलॉजी इन योर हैंड, जस्ट डाउनलोड ऐप, पॉइंट ए मोबाइल फोन इन द स्काई एंड यू विल सी यहाँ पे ये स्टार है तो इसका नाम जुपिटर है, ये दिस इज नॉट अ स्टार, दिस इज अ प्लैनेट। आप डेली with the naked eye, not daily, because there is a time of rising and set of every celestial body. ऐसा नहीं है कि आज आपको जुपिटर दिख रहा है तो 6 महीने के बाद दिखेगा, हर एक का टाइम चेंज होता है, जैसे सनराइज और सनसेट होता है ना, हर एक प्लैनेट का, हर एक सेलेस्टियल बॉडी का टाइमिंग होता है। जैसे कल मून हमने यहाँ पर देखा अराउंड 4:30 AM पर, आज वो 1 घंटा और लेट हो जाएगा। जुपिटर इज राइजिंग एट 5:30 AM, सैटर्न इज राइजिंग एट 4:30 AM. Fine. So in the lab of future, we are having a very professional, big telescope. जिससे you can see the planets, stars, nebulas, galaxies. You know which is the neighboring galaxy of our galaxy? Andromeda. We will try in the coming weeks if we get a chance, location हमें मिलती है. We can go for to see Andromeda galaxy. So there's so many things like planes, making RC planes, quadcopters, hexacopters. You know, these 2-3 years back we launched HAP satellite, that is a high altitude balloon satellite, and we launched it from Bathinda. There is a place in Punjab and we launched it and it goes around 1,50,000 feet above the sea level. So जो normally हमारे plane fly करते हैं, fly around 30-35,000 feet. So more than 5 times, and we put a camera, sensors, each and every modules are there. So it recorded the complete video of moving up, then landing. So it's launched from Bathinda and landed to Kurukshetra. So we get a very beautiful view, and we will share the technology like the AR things in the lab. So there are so many projects and so many technologies are there, like 3D printers, the plotters are there if you want. If I take your picture and I will send a picture in my plotter, so it will make a drawing of you. Fine. So these kind of technologies are there in the lab of future. So I will not take much time. So welcome you all, and we will be waiting for you to visit the lab of future, where we will show you some of our very good projects. You want to come? You want to see? You want to be the part of lab of future? Okay. So with this, I am just concluding my lecture. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, sir. Let us put our hands together for Mr. Henry Nevis, co-head Godrej Design Labs, to enlighten us with his speech.
Hello, everybody. Very happy to be back in Jaipur after many, many years. It's always exciting. There's something very special about this city. Maybe it's all the space. Coming from Mumbai, now there's so much space and to spread out. One of the MCs, I don't know if it was you, had mentioned this idea of literacy, digital literacy. The thing about Lab of Future and maker spaces and these types of things that I think are very important is that they are places to develop making literacy, a new type of literacy, right? Where we understand how things work. Maybe they're science and technology based, maybe they're art and design based, but it's about understanding, again, how things relate to each other, how they work, how they're put together, how they're made, right? and to do so with your hands. So I think that this idea of making and getting your hands dirty is not only fun and exciting, but also very important. Both from a personal and professional aspect for you as students. I would also say as a nation, I think it's important, as Saurabh was saying, it's important to develop these skills in order to develop technology, develop design, develop art indigenously in India. But then, if anything, it's also good when it comes to you as people finding whatever you're passionate about. I think that you're at a point in your life right now where you have to find what kind of makes you tick, what gets you excited. Maybe it's math or science and technology, maybe not. But that's okay. These types of hands-on making are all connected with all sorts of different things. Right? I come from an art and design background, architecture background. But the way that that field is connected to the worlds of engineering, computer science, and math make me always want to go back to school and you know, learn some more geometry or math skills, right? And conversely, the world of science and technology is affected by the world of art and design. One thing that I think that I just read in the paper this morning, and also connects back to the textile tradition that Jaipur and North India have, is that there's going to be a new satellite, and they're going to make the antenna out of a knitted textile. They're going to make it out of knitted tungsten because it's able to expand so much. So there's always a conversation between these various worlds. They're not separate. They're not in isolation. And I think that a space like Lab of the Future is a perfect way to explore and to sensitize yourself about how to work with other people, how to learn from different industries, and again, how to and a place where you can find what you're passionate about. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. It is time to hear the words of wisdom by Dr. T.P. Sasikumar, famous space scientist from ISRO.
She can be your PR agent.
What you spoke about?
Namaskaram. I am Madhavan Nagar of the chair.
We are indeed blessed by your presence amid us, sir. Thank you for sharing your vision and future prospects with us. I would humbly submit that our guests possess a distinct vision and a fountain of illuminating ideas. Your ideals of knowledge and experience and an inspiration to these young enthusiasts in the making. Now I would like to invite our respected principal, Dr. Dipanjali Gardner, to deliver the vote of thanks. I would request Dr. T.P. Sasikumar to come forward and present the mementos to our distinguished guests of honor one by one.
I think I'll just stand there because then you have to walk by. Okay.
Good evening to all of our present here. I would request Mr. Dugar to please help in the proceedings of the felicitation and honoring our guests. I, Dr. Dipanjali Gardner, take this opportunity to stand before you as a grateful principal to deliver the vote of thanks. I express my heartfelt thanks to the directors and working committee of Lab of Future for launching their lab in collaboration with Children's Academy. I am indebted firstly to our CEO, Mr. Mohit Singh. Do we have sir with us?
He's coming.
All right. Okay. Till he joins us. And our respected director, Mr. Nitin Singh. Can we have a huge round of applause for sir? Moving on, I would like to express my gratitude to our esteemed guests that are present with us here today. Dr. T.P. Sasikumar, a huge blend of intellectual knowledge that has been shared with us. We were completely enthralled by your address and we are thankful for your presence among us here. Thank you so much, sir.
So this is a gesture from us. Let's make
Thanks to Mr. Arpit Dugar, Mr. Saurabh Kaushal and Mr. Raghav Sharma for spearheading this project launch and inviting various schools to witness this mega event in our school campus. I would like to also express my gratitude and appreciation towards all our student participants and their parents who made it a point to be present on this evening and participate in such a marvelous display of innovation and technological research and advancement. Sincere thanks to the teaching and helping staff of Children's Academy whose contribution in terms of time and talent has not gone unnoticed. I am grateful for your cooperation in this regard. Our students, who are budding scientists and space enthusiasts, need a loud round of applause as their unwavering support has been instrumental in our growth and development. Let us clap for them. I would also like to thank all the people who are responsible for capturing the footage, the media personnel, etc., who have made it a point to capture the entire event from the start up till now. In conclusion, I would like to say that this event would not have been possible without the efforts and support of each and every one of you. On behalf of Children's Academy, I take the pleasure to reiterate that learning is always a good opportunity to feed our minds as it helps us to grow. Through such an informative event, we surely got a chance to boost our knowledge with a unique aim to dive into a field of research that needs much exploration. It was definitely a blessing to have such a rich blend of intellectuals with us today. May God bless us all. Thank you. I would request Mr. Arpit to help us in the proceedings of what has to happen now. Sir, the mic is yours. Thank you.
When was a student, it was really difficult to sit for 3 hours continuous and listening to some eminent guests. Yeah, but I think Dr. Sasikumar made it so interesting. We were as curious as children to listen to him. Some of the wonderful examples which captured my attention, especially the one which you said about useless and useless. I could recall a lot of my school days and memories when we were sometimes made to realize that we were useless. I wish I would have heard you then. I would have guided my teachers for a better vocabulary. Anyway, now is the time for the excitement. All talks have been done. Are you all excited to see the lab of future? Yeah. So what we'll do is, the lab of future will accommodate a batch of 15-20 each. So we'll be giving you a little bit a download of what is to be done inside, right? Don't get too excited once you enter in. Don't touch anything by yourself first unless and until you are asked to do that by the trainer, right? All the equipments and gadgets are kept there, placed there for your use, but please don't mess around with them, all right? I'm pretty sure you will get excited. A lot of you will start clicking photographs, jumping around here and there. Maintain your cool and calm. Okay, on that note, what we'll do is, before we just part off to the lab, there is a refreshments corner right outside the school hall. So some of us will get parked there. We will be guiding you quickly in batches of 15 to 20 and 5-10 minutes each batch will take inside the lab, right? But before we do that, any questions from our side? If I would have actually got an opportunity when sir asked questions, perhaps I would have asked hundreds of questions to sir. But yeah, let's take last 2 minutes to have any round of questions if you have before we start moving towards the refreshment area and then the lab. Please.
I want to know who made all the equipments which are in the lab.
Okay.
It's made by who?
Okay, great. Please have a seat. I think we'll better answer this question inside the lab itself, because once you will see all the technologies live in action, you will understand where they are made. We are using different gadgets and equipments, and then using them, everything is being created indigenously, right? Within the lab. Okay, so we'll answer a lot of your queries: how to get involved, what to do, are you eligible for the course, what kind of programs you will avail. All these questions, we'll have a candid round of discussion inside that. So now, not taking any further time, I believe we can proceed ahead with the closure of the session. Thank you so much, everyone. We can just start walking outside towards the refreshment area. Let's have some snacks. पेट पूजा कर लेते हैं थोड़ी. बातों की पूजा बहुत हुई. And then we'll start moving towards the lab. Right? I think on that note, let's call it a session. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much.
I'm a writer actually, sir. I love writing and I love reading. And one thing which I really feel disappointed by my parents is that they don't encourage writing and all that. So whenever I'm writing with others, I'm like, oh, please take time to write just a minute. Sir, we would like to have home science. Chemistry.
You should look at the सीधे करेक्ट करवा रहे हैं, जो प्रोड्यूस है मैम से बात करें बाहर जाएंगे get these
Could be the judge tomorrow. Be a mathematician. Could be a scientist tomorrow. So don't miss a chance. I was at NCC Republic Day parade. I was mount climbing camps. I have a certificate, C certificate.
It was an honor meeting you, sir. Thank you so much for coming and
Keep it.
blessing us with
All the
your.
time. Keep in contact.
Yeah, I've taken your number and I'm gonna text you.
Don't address anyone, sir. Sir, I said Dr. Sir, Zidina, all gone. Correct? That is British. So you're all from this school?
Sir, Maharaja Sir Bhavani Singh.
Yeah, you come here.
We are from Maharaja Sir Bhavani Singh School.
Okay.
We get ample opportunities to get visuals here. Let us just inaugurate the lab because there are a lot of
Yeah, there is a job there to be done. We come back. I am here tomorrow also.
Don't worry, don't worry.
So you have to inaugurate.
yeah come
This is an
Hi, 97.
Thank you for coming here to our school. Ma'am, okay, if you don't mind, can we have a picture?
You have to join us for the ribbon cutting now.
Come. He's pulling. After that,
because otherwise
his job is over. I'll come back. Oh, you are waiting for this?
yes that's easy.
That's it. Let's just come forward. Vandini ma'am. Cake. Okay, to keep our shoes outside, please remember, right? inspiration.
He is my friend. Arpit is my friend. Oh.
Just hold on.
Doesn't say that.
He is my nephew. First, sir, actually one check. Raghav, is there Raghav? Saurabh? Saurabh is there. 4, 5 more students.
Next level things.
All the elements of this robot are 3D printed here on those 3D printers which you are seeing live in action.
We see in the past, working like it is checked to form the clear part. It's not very simple and different. So these are like the robots are here. We are linking with the space technology like Mars robots and Chandrayaan, robots are. So we are like thinking like the robot is also very different. Like I check the robotic arms are there. Then this is the arm model. All the hand skills are there. We are going for JCB standing.
Malay, is there anyone interested to see the planet Earth? I just need one volunteer. Somebody can jump close to me.
It goes up to 200 to 150. Very safe. We have an ignition system in distance of natural fire contact using RV. कुछ सर हम कैमरा लगा सकते हैं तो स्कैन सैटेलाइट we also conduct many scan satellite.
What can you see? Keep saying that. बताते रहो क्या दिख रहा है.
Yes, sir. So we कर रहे हैं. From that installation we have made PSLV. This PSLV and RV. मैंने आपको पिक्चर भेजा हुआ है. We are making that plotter on the printer. like इसके अंदर आपको एक फोटो plotter value try to make it. इसको 6 hours लगे. इसको 6 hours से 12 hours में हमारा GSM प्रिंट. So like इसका हाइट हमारे पास 400 सेंटीमीटर 400 mm 40 सेंटीमीटर प्रिंट कर सकते हैं. It is up to 185 mm. You can see now it is finished. It's a job of around 3 hours. So they were even we are printed this very fine design.
That's nice. Okay, tell us what are you seeing? Be a little loud.
It is called 3D printing.
Yes, prototype.
Are you on Earth or are you outside?
स्टूडेंट भी बोलते हैं कि प्रोडक्ट बना के हम बेचना शुरू कर देते हैं. इसको
All these are made startup.
Bridge first, then the real.
Alright, so we'll just start doing a quick tour for all the students, so we can, others can join in.
Chalo.
Keep joining. So, we can.
So all the best. That lot of engineers come from this.
So, we just now. Thank you so much for coming. And we can join together. Meanwhile, other students will start.
Excuse me, sir.
And the grandfather.
Pink is there on Jaipur.
Sir, Henry, please.
Oh,
This is a gift
doesn't feel
from
like-
somewhere to us.
At college, we printed all teachers' faces, students' faces. They were cutting.
They were
the
gonna
teachers.
hear it.
मेहमानों से निवेदन है एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए। वो